Now, we are all here connected in an amazing way. This itself is a miracle. And so as we gather there, we take stock, which means
we actually really deeply look at where we're at.
We look at, where we are and where we are going. Or another way, I will show you who we really are, our potential, and the nature of mind, and the path that we can tread, which is the path to enlightenment, which is very, very wonderfully laid out by the enlightened Buddhas and many of the enlightened masters. I mean, really, when you look into the teachings and the practice, it makes so much sense. It's so amazing. And it could be understood in a very essential way. So we don't necessarily have to be overwhelmed. We can follow them in a very personal and a meaningful way and really relate to a life. And I think one of the most important also, element that I want to bring to is about integration. How we interact with ourselves and with others. Even though I'm here in Blues, in Australia, you can almost feel me there with you, no? Is it? Also, my heart, my love, my blessings are with you, really. I think it's in many ways the same as actually being there with you physically. There's no difference in many ways. So let's begin now with a little bit of sitting. Let's practice together a little bit. Tu song je tam je jingho. Kui ki danye paten lama dambala zo ande zo. Dala onkore shenje la zo. San je to wajen je la je wajen je. Karan nele kuta. Sunde no ye kin tar sing wajen. This is the wonderful invocation from Biman Yingtik. Dominic, can you share that now?
Essence of the Buddhas of past, present and future. Embodiment of the four kayas. Glorious, precious Lama, to you I pray. From the depths of my heart. Grant your blessings so I may receive all the empowerments. Grant your blessings so the extraordinary realization of the profound path is born in me. Grant your blessings so I may realize the view of the natural state of primordial purity. Grant your blessings so I may perfect the wisdom of the four visions of spontaneous presence.
So we make a very strong prayer so that really pray that may all the Buddhas and the Masters grant So that this vision of all-encompassing path, which I feel is the one, the right one for now. This is what we really need. And that this vision, this heartfelt aspiration for enlightenment for all of you, that I aspire maybe be able to accomplish this without obstacle. Mm-hmm. And then we make a very strong motivation bodhicitta. Of course, we invoke all the Buddhas and the masters in the refuge. Which they're represented by these images of the Buddhas, but that in the present that we make a very strong dedication that not only do we realize our Buddha nature and attain enlightenment, but maybe through our enlightenment, maybe bring about the enlightenment of all beings, you know. In Tamil, it's very simple. Chodu Jaya Nala Jausunji Lame Janjun Chodu Zenji. Chodu Jaya Nala Jausunji Lame Janjun Chodu Zenji. I feel very inspired, and particularly because I'm connected with all of you. I share with you my love, my wisdom, my nature mind with all of you. And show you in a direct way. In fact, the main thing about all-encompassing path is, if you put it in a simple way, directly showing. Directly showing. The way to enlightenment. Both the essence of enlightenment, the ground of enlightenment, and the path and fruition. All of it. I feel very inspired actually. And as I said at the beginning, very excited about this. And I will teach, I think, more spontaneously, more directly, as we go along. But most important is, I'm showing the nature mind, as Janine so inspiringly said, that there's no Lama who kind of can create the atmosphere of nature mind. Philip, do you remember what she said?
She said there was no other Lama who had the ability to communicate and show directly the nature of mind in the way that you do. And there's many Lamas who maybe they're teaching on philosophy or different aspects of Buddhism, and there's plenty of them, but somebody who can really show the nature of mind in a way that you can directly experience. She said there's only you she's really felt that from. She said you could be reading the phone directory, it doesn't matter because it's your state of being.
So this is all this what I'm saying is just like phone directory. But it's what I'm actually showing you now. I have that ability. And I can feel it. This is very inspired practice. I think it's quite unique, this one. My 2 days experience is quite unique. When you remain like this in the really, when you settle in the nature mind, then everything dissolves. Ordinary mind dissolves with all its concerns and worries, frustrations. Then we find ourselves, our true self, our natural self. And connect them in a fundamental way. And then in many ways, this kind of self dissolves. Like you become universal self in the sense that you become more connected with everything. You become like all-encompassing. And you feel very connected with all the Buddhas and masters. You connect in a deep way with the truth of teachings. That's a ground. One of the points that I wanted to emphasize to all of you when you embark on the path, it's very important to have a regular, a basic practice, a daily practice. Like sitting in the nature mind, all of you, and particularly one that inspires nature mind. And that's because most important things, when you connect with that way, with the nature mind, and then everything dissolves. And then from that, if you relate to everything from that way, if you relate from that, the nature mind, and then it's like when you connect with that way, the heart of compassion, as I said earlier, we begin to discover your fundamental goodness. Then from there, that like also you begin to find that fundamental love and then fundamental compassion. From that, kindness, compassion manifests to all, And that's why when we interact with others in a loving, with friendship in the Dharma, we act from that space. And not only that, in whatever we do, while we walk, while we sit, everything from the nature mind. And always come back to the nature mind. Everything's from the nature mind. Everything's purified nature mind. So that whenever we get a little bit distracted, we should sit to dissolve all our ordinary perceptions into the purity of the inherent nature. And then yet again, we purely, then we enact purely from the nature mind. I just realized this one thing about myself. I was telling a friend the other day that when I really look into myself, I never hold anything against anybody. Like even with the students, when they were, maybe they, for example, it maybe upset me or, little bit. I never hold back. I've never hold anything. And when I look into myself, I just feel really, it just feels such a relief that your really heart is very pure. I bear no malice, no hatred, nothing. Sometimes these things come like anger, or these things manifest somewhere seemingly. Sometimes you see me as a little bit wrathful. It comes, but nothing stays. It doesn't stay. It's like mercurily free. And I realized, you see, fundamental thing is that our heart should be pure. As the masters always say, if you cannot help, at least don't harm. Don't keep any malice or hate in your heart. To keep mind free of any hatred or any, anger or negativity. And really keep your heart and mind pure. And wish everyone well. And that really bodhicitta is to pray and aspire that may all beings attain enlightenment, and may you be responsible for that. May you personally be responsible for the enlightenment of all beings. Dedicate that in that way. And so I think it's very much keeping your heart and mind pure. And really, the main important is to have a pure heart. Good heart and a pure heart. And bear no malice, no judgment. And you feel so good, actually, So we conclude and we dedicate the merits of this for the ultimate enlightenment of all beings and the fulfillment of all our vision, the encompassing vision, very much.